How's it going, everyone? For today's video, I wanted to give my impressions and review the recent Kabuki in Hawaii 2019 show. The shows were held from March 2nd to March 7th at the Kennedy Theater at the University of Hawaii Manoa campus, and on March 8th as part of the Honolulu Festival at the Hawaii Convention Center. Unfortunately, as you may have guessed, photography of any sort was prohibited during the show, so I wasn't able to get any footage of the actual performances, but I think had I been recording, I would have missed out on the experience. And experience is the right way to describe it. So the hosts of the show gave their introductions, and there was one piece of information that really stuck out to me. This was the first Kabuki show held in Hawaii in 52 years. I hadn't considered that Kabuki was so uncommon outside of Japan, and especially not in Hawaii. As you might know, Hawaii and Japan have a great relationship with each other right now, especially considering the tourism between the two. Interestingly, Hawaii residents are now able to get Japanese driver license to drive a vehicle in Japan. Similarly, Japanese residents are able to get a driver's license in Hawaii. One day in the near future, you might see your boy out driving around on the streets of Tokyo. So, feel free to say hi should you ever see me. Needless to say, this piece of information makes the show particularly special. So before introducing the main performer, the host took a moment to introduce the curtain. Yes, that's right, they introduced the curtain. The curtain, known as a joshiki-maku, has a sequence of 3 different colors. The 3 colors represent the 3 major Kabuki theaters during the Edo period: the Nakamura-za, Ichimura-za, and Morita-za. Only those theaters were given permission by the Edo government to perform Kabuki, and the curtain was proof of that. So it's fitting that this joshiki-maku was used for this performance here in Hawaii, as Hawaii was granted permission to perform Kabuki by Japan. So finally, the curtains open, and we are introduced to our main performer of the evening, Nakamura Shikan VIII. Beginning his Kabuki career at the age of 5, Nakamura Shikan has appeared in many productions and performed in a number of roles throughout his career. He is known for being a great tachiyaka actor, meaning specializing in male roles, despite the fact that his family is known for onnagata, or specializing in female roles. He offered his greetings to the audience, and we got a wonderful look at the mural that was on stage behind him. The mural was commissioned by Nakamura Shikan himself, and he had been taking this mural with him throughout this current tour through Japan, and now finally here to Hawaii. After the final show on March 8th, he'll be donating this mural to the university. I don't have any details on where the mural will be located, but if you do get a chance to go see it, I would highly recommend that you do. After his greetings, Nakamura Shikan leaves the stage. We are introduced to Kabuki in Hawaii Executive Committee Chairman Tobaya Sannemon. Tobaya Sannemon is a Kabuki singer himself, and is also the man responsible for bringing Kabuki back to Hawaii. His introductions came with a lengthy but highly informative explanation of the music and instruments used in Kabuki. First, the word Kabuki is made up of 3 kanji characters. Ka, meaning sing, bu, meaning dance, and ki, meaning the skill or skill of. So Kabuki can be translated as the skill of singing and dancing. The hanamichi is a walkway similar to a runway or catwalk in Western productions, and is typically used for dramatic entrances and exits. Tobaya Sannemon explains that the hanamichi is hollow to generate more sound when the actors stomp, as is very common during Kabuki performances. Typically, the musicians and singers in Kabuki performances are behind a wall off to the side of the stage and unseen to the audience, similar to an orchestra pit in Western productions. However, for this performance, all the musicians and singers will be on stage for the audience to see, which is a very rare thing to have happen. Tobaya Sannemon explains the o-daiko, or the large taiko drum that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. He explains the different patterns that the drum uses to convey different meanings and to show different situations. These lessons were also accompanied by the shamisen and the singers to further convey the meanings that they intend to convey. After a short intermission, the show begins. The Kabuki performed was Renjishi. Renjishi, which is based off the No play Shakkyo, or Stone Bridge, is the story of a father lion who, in an act of fatherly love, kicks his son off a ravine as a form of physical training. Yes, he throws his son off the side of a mountain out of love. Oh, how fatherly love has changed after all these years. As you'd expect, the son does survive, and after considering his situation, the first act ends with the son triumphantly climbing out of the ravine and returning back to his father. The second act is traditionally a comedic sketch between two priests. However, in more recent years, and especially in performances outside of Japan, it is now a dance of butterflies whose presence is often associated with the Shishi lion. As the main actors change and prepare for the final act, two other kabuki actors come on stage to perform the butterfly dance. Afterward, there's a musical interlude heavily featuring the shamisen. The final act is a celebration of the son's return, with the actors donning long wigs representing lion's maids and much more elaborate makeup. The final dance are the actors swinging their mane, triumphantly celebrating the son's return and his passage to manhood. The show ends with the son at his rightful place next to his father's side, standing upon a stone bridge. As for Kabuki in Hawaii 2019, Nakamura Shikan performed Renjishi with his two sons, and on the final day of the show, March 8th, he will be performing with his third son as part of a very rare four-man performance. Kabuki in Hawaii 2019 was more than just a performance. It was indeed an experience. We learned so much about Kabuki, about the actors, about the musicians, and about the instruments, and it really excites us for the future of Kabuki in Hawaii. If you ever have an opportunity to go see Kabuki anywhere, whether it's here in Hawaii or somewhere else, please do yourself a favor and do so. As a souvenir, we bought a towel featuring Nakamura Shikan's name as well as the name of his three sons. Shikan, which means 4 rings, is represented by these rings here, and his sons' names are shown on the shogi pieces. This was a rare experience to see Kabuki outside of Japan, and I'm really glad that we took it. If you do get a chance to see Kabuki at some point, I hope this video was helpful, as I was able to share some of what I learned at the show here with you today. I hope you learned something from this video. My name is JaySan, and thanks for watching.